Hey, yo, it's Eric Johnson back with y'all again after the Turkey Day. I hopefully y'all don't got the itis or just in a turkey coma. Just got done looking at the Georgia Tech game for the Governor's Cup. For the eighth year in a row, Georgia has proven that they are the superior team, and we run the state of Georgia. The nerds, they tried. This was a boring ass game, man. This was a boring fucking game. I'm glad it didn't end like last year, going into 8 overtimes. Georgia Tech was so garbage that they gave up their home rights in their stadium for $10 million to play in a Falcon Stadium, to play in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. If I had to give the offense a grade, I'd give it a C. Run game was a A. Passing game was a F. This is Gunnar Stockton's worst game that I done seen him play throughout the whole season. I don't know what the hell was going on with the passing game, but it didn't go up to par with the run game, having to just not balance it out and just rely on the run, because Georgia Tech, they couldn't stop the run. They like 108th on with their run defense in the country. So I guess they had a game plan of just saying, look, we just gonna run the ball and just gonna limit Gunnar Stockton's passing attempts. And we clearly seen that in this game. Zachariah Branch had a solid game. I really thought he could have had 100 yards receiving, in my opinion. But yeah, this is Gunnar Stockton's worst game, and you're trying to be a Heisman, contender, for the Heisman Trophy. But we already know who's gonna probably win it. It's probably gonna be the Love kid from Notre Dame, or gonna be Mendoza from Indiana. But yeah, man, it's just it was just a weird game, boring ass game. I guess folks were still waiting to get home to get their seconds or thirds when it comes to the turkey. Cranberry sauce. The sweet ass Hawaiian rolls. Collard greens. I guess Gunnar Stockton was ready to get another plate, and he was like, "Man, fuck it. I mean, I'm just gonna do what I can do to get the team a victory." And that's just gonna be it. Fuck it. I don't know what Mike Bobo was thinking when it came to the passing game. You could have been using the tight ends. You could have used the running backs in the 2020 Florida Gators versus Georgia playbook scheme. But I guess they seemed like that, Georgia Tech's offense couldn't do nothing besides score fucking field goals. And at the end of the game, when it was like a couple of seconds left, the dude clearly pushed off the Georgia defender. That should have been offensive pass interference, but I guess the refs didn't see it. On some drives, Georgia just kept shooting themselves in the fucking foot. False starts, just doing like weird ass things to get penalties and stuff when you clearly got to get the first down to keep the drive going. But you know, this was Georgia's worst game when it comes to the second half. Adjustments. I don't know what they was thinking. The defense, man, the defense played good. They gave up no touchdowns, only gave up 9 points. 3 field goals, because Georgia Tech offensively wise, they can't do nothing. Haynes King is nothing more than a C minus quarterback. He's a C tier quarterback. To Georgia Tech fans, he is probably God to them. Johnny Manziel 3.0.9734. They're his Georgia Tech fans, and Haynes King, they're the Jesus Christ. And we seen how Pittsburgh did them last week. And I was expecting like Georgia to just come out and just stump these niggas and just put them in the dirt, but it clearly didn't go that way. The offense just, passing wise, it didn't live up to what I was expecting, Georgia to live up to. So I really don't have any more thoughts about this game. Brent Key didn't cry like a little bitch like he did last season, and I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna say this too, man. All you Georgia Tech fans, you dickheads on Twitter, that was constantly making these pages. I ain't never seen Georgia Tech fans get like this on Twitter since this week, man. Ever since this game was scheduled to be called, and next year, do not play a Friday game at the end of the season, because I don't want to play these Friday games anymore. We seen how that shit worked last year. Friday at 7:30 was last year. Friday at 3:30 in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We want to play on Saturday, man. Leave that shit in the ACC conference, or the Big 12, Big 10, the Sun Belt Conference, wherever conference that plays games on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. We want to play games on Saturday. I don't want to be playing these games in the middle of the damn week. We know that it's holiday season, Black Friday, Turkey Day. We seen the Bears and I forgot who team they playing today, but the Packers and the damn Lions played yesterday for Thanksgiving, and the Cowgirls and the Chiefs played yesterday. Man, we don't want to play these games on Wednesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays. You leave that shit in the lackluster C tier, B tier conferences. This is the SEC. We play games on Saturdays. We don't want to be doing this random ass shit that these dickheads be doing in the ACC. And this is clearly throwing salt on the wound for how the game ended last season with Brent Keepers crying like a little whore. Haynes King will be leaving this season, so I don't know what the nerds of Georgia Tech is gonna do at the quarterback position, but we'll just have to see where the other games are gonna be like tomorrow. The Iron Bowl, Auburn versus Alabama. I think this game is gonna be at 3:30 because if they play at night, it's gonna be weird things happening at Jordan Hare. I should know from experience because we played Auburn at that stadium, and it was clearly a lot of things going on in that game with the referees. And clearly, the motherfucker fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line. I don't want to hear no Auburn fans still cry, bitch, and moan and complain about them fumbling the damn ball on the 1 yard line. It was a touchdown. It should have been a touchdown on Georgia's part, but hey, that shit's in the past. Georgia ends the regular season schedule with 11-1 record, unlike Georgia Tech, who has lost another game. They're on a 2-game losing streak. They could have been in the ACC championship if they handled their business last week against Pittsburgh, but hey, they slipped on a fucking banana peel and broke their goddamn necks. So once again, Georgia runs the state. The Governor's Cup will stay in Athens for the foreseeable future. This is 8 in a row for my Georgia Bulldogs. The Nerds, the Sting did Sting today. They got swatted out of the goddamn sky with my fly swatter, the limited edition Georgia Bulldogs fly swatter. And congratulations to my Georgia Bulldogs. Could have been a better game offensive wise. Shout out to Ellis Robinson. I think he had an interception. Gunnar Stockton did have 1 touchdown and 1 interception. So not the best game on his part at the QB position. I don't know if he's injured or something, because Kirby Smart is like trying to open a lock at Fort Knox. It's like trying to break into Fort Knox. You're not gonna get any questions, let alone any answers out of Kirby Smart when it comes to like injuries and stuff, especially at the quarterback position. But my Dogs are on top once again. Final score 16. Georgia Tech Nerds 9. But with that being said, thank y'all for looking at the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I might do another video either tomorrow to show y'all my Black Friday pickups. I got a couple of things. It ain't nothing special. Some shoes, one of my new power tools, and some vinyl records, which y'all can clearly see in my shorts tab. But besides that, thank y'all for looking at the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and remember, Georgia Tech fucking sucks and Dogs on top. Sick 'em.